was doing was scanning her phone, her cash app on her phone, and entering funds. You see where it says aborted? She canceled the sale. So $300 worth of merchandise just went out. Nothing was paid for. Zero.
Okay, gotcha. Damn.
That's a PlayStation gift card.
Okay, for $75.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
She wanted some money for her PlayStation.
Gotcha. She just straight up took that, right?
On the 17th of April, 2023, a Florida deputy investigated an employee theft case at a retail store. One number decided whether this stayed a misdemeanor or became a felony. $750.
Excuse me. Excuse me. So it was just her counting, her counting the money and then taking a little bit at a time, or?
It was like a multiple kind of.
Hey, how you doing, Jason?
Yeah, you know.
I'm Frank from Loss Prevention.
Hey, Frank.
We have an employee, what she was doing was scanning her phone, her cash app on her phone, and entering, close the door. Yeah. And entering funds. She also took a PlayStation gift card, loaded it, but she was never putting money in the register. So she loaded $775. And then she also, on this day, this is all the cash. And then on this day, she let this customer walk out with $300 worth of merchandise. That's her right there.
Damn. She here now? Or?
Yeah, she's right there.
She just walked in.
Okay.
So everything's on here and everything's on video for you. Here you go.
Sorry.
Might as well call her in.
So this
Come in.
Hey,
Miranda.
She's been cooperative. She wasn't.
Yeah.
She hasn't been.
I got you.
But Dollar General wants to prosecute. So
Yeah. No problem. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, I see it. All right.
so it'll be $300 because she on the sale. On this sale. You see where it says aborted? She canceled the sale. So $300 worth of merchandise just went out. Nothing was paid for.
yeah,
Zero.
A cart and like a loan.
And then these 1, 2, 3, and 4, she was never putting money in the register, but she was loading up her cash app.
Okay, gotcha. Damn.
You want to get it, Nick?
Yeah.
Stupid.
I think they get. What happens is we end up with a cash shortage. So we end up with a cash shortage. Okay, what happened to cash? It just doesn't walk. So we start going through, and the first thing I tell them is look for gift cards. Look for gift cards. Look for cash app. Sure enough, she had her phone down below the register, so she would pick it up, hit it, and then enter the number, whatever she wanted.
Gotcha.
But no money
So,
would ever go in the register.
Is that what she did on multiple transactions, and then the one time she let somebody walk out with
Right,
the $300?
right.
Okay.
Except everything was cash app except this, which was
The one sale.
The Sony. That's a PlayStation gift card.
Okay, for $75.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
she wanted some money for her PlayStation.
Gotcha. She just straight up took that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So loaded it and then pretty much took it.
And on video, they go in order.
Gotcha.
Everyone. Oh, wait. 1520.
She's coming in, right?
No, I hope so. She was right outside. I just saw her by the door. He went to go get her. I don't know where she went.
And then okay, so these
She
are
lives right
different
around the
dates.
corner.
314, 33, and then 314. Okay. And these were all on the same date, or
No, this one was on 3/23.
1116 and 10
So Want me to highlight the dates for you?
Yeah, that's the first time I've ever seen it like this.
I printed them out.
Gotcha.
Let me see. So the date on this one, right here. 3/13, 3/14, 3/14, and
I see that one,
3/14.
3/14. Gotcha.
And then this one was on
3/23.
3/23.
Okay, perfect. Okay.
She's coming back, but I don't see her now. You see she's there? Oh, she's right here.
Oh, man.
I'll move out of the way. Too many people, Nick. We gotta step out.
15-5-1.
We gotta step out.
5-1.
What's up, girl?
Done there.
What you done got yourself into? Huh? Well, you know, that's not my, not my call, you know. I mean, you own up to some things, you have a conversation with them, you know. That's totally up to them. That's totally up to them, not me at this point, all right?
Under Florida Statute Section 812.014, theft of $750 or more is grand theft. Below that line, the same conduct is only petty theft, a misdemeanor with far lighter consequences. Combine the misappropriated funds, the unpaid merchandise, and the gift card pushed this case well past that threshold. That places the offense in the third-degree felony tier, covering values from $750 up to $20,000. Higher tiers exist too. $20,000 triggers a second-degree felony, and $100,000 triggers a first-degree felony. A third-degree felony in Florida carries up to 5 years in prison, 5 years of probation, or a $5,000 fine. Florida does not have a separate embezzlement statute. Theft by an employee is prosecuted under this same general theft law.
Well, let me just read you this very quick, all right? All right. Required to warn you before you make any statements that you have the following constitutional right. If I ask you if you understand, just yes or no. I can clarify it, okay? You have the right to remain silent and not answer any questions. Do you understand?
Yes.
Okay. Any statement must be freely and voluntarily given. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right. You have the right to presence and reputation of a lawyer of your choice before you make any statement during any questions. You understand?
Yes.
If you cannot afford a lawyer, you're entitled to the presence and reputation of a court-appointed lawyer before you make any statement during any question. You understand?
Yes.
All right. If any time during the interview you do not wish to answer any questions, you have the privilege to remain silent. You understand?
Yes.
Okay. If I can make no threats or promises to induce you to make a statement, this must be of your own free will. You understand?
Yes.
Any statement can and will be used against you in the court of law. You understand?
Yes.
All right.
Before any questioning began, the deputy delivered a full Miranda advisement rooted in Miranda versus Arizona, decided in 1966. That ruling requires warning a suspect of the right to remain silent, the right to an attorney, and that statements can be used in court. Miranda technically applies only to custodial interrogation, a standard defined in Berkemer versus McCarty, a 1984 Supreme Court decision. Custody means a reasonable person would not feel free to leave a line that is often unclear in the field. By warning her, regardless of her exact custodial status, the deputy avoided any later challenge to the admissibility of her statements. Separately, the store's internal investigation faced no constitutional limits at all. Under Burdo versus McDowell, a 1921 Supreme Court decision, the Fourth Amendment restrains government actors, not private investigators. Loss prevention staff could review registers, receipts, and footage freely without a warrant, since they are not agents of the state. Once advised of her rights, the subject chose to waive them and answered questions without requesting counsel. That choice converted informal suspicion into a recorded, likely admissible confession, the strongest evidence in this case.
So what's going on? So they gave me a list of these transactions, all right?
Yeah, I told him I paid back. I told him what I admitted to some things. He said that he would talk to you about maybe if you can give me a court date or something.
What, I mean, did you need money or what was going on?
I let the dude walk out with a lot of stuff. and then you get cash
Yeah,
out.
you told me about that. I think it was like $300 something, right? Or something.
And then cash out.
Okay, what happened with the cash app? Can you walk me through that?
I did like $200.
200. And how many separate transactions you do?
What you mean?
Like did you use? Because there's a couple different ones. There's a green dot. There's a spin wheel.
Oh yeah, for spin, you got to take my bad. Spin was at 200.
Okay, and then you did the green dot. And then what's this?
What is that?
Valid direct. There's another transaction for like $200 on the 14
Okay, that's on the cash out.
cash app. And how does that work? Like with, I'm not familiar with Cash App app. So is it just an app you scan the card and then it goes
It's
in?
an app.
Okay, and it just goes on your phone. So you would just
Yeah, 3210-4.
you would just load it with however much you want it, and then you just scan it and then go into your account. Okay. And then as far as the different times where you let the person walk out, did you know the person or how did that work out?
No, I don't know. I just use a friend, like, just when I be at the park and
Oh,
stuff.
gotcha. So they just ring up a bunch of stuff, and then how does it work? They just walk out, or?
They just ring me some stuff up and walk out.
Okay, so
But
you,
the other one was trying to, like, you know, there was a boy that knew me, and he was getting some stuff, and I said no, and then he still.
okay. All right. And that was on one occasion, right? Okay. Did you know at any point that what you were doing was wrong? I mean, did you think about it, or?
Yeah, that's why I put it. That's why I stopped it.
Gotcha.
Me too.
This your job, bro. I mean, it's, it's how you make your money, That Cash App scam, that's temporary, that 200. Then that's gonna, obviously you're gonna hold it over your head that one day, damn, they might catch me. Ain't nothing like a steady paycheck when you're getting your money the right way.
What do you think they gonna do with that? I don't have my record or nothing.
Let me ask him. I think the other guy was the, let me see.
She was talking, she wrote a statement as well.
Yeah, she gave me everything.
Northwest First Street.
Your uncle's out there too.
Okay.
She admitted to everything.
What uncle?
Your uncle? I don't know, you said she was your uncle.
Yeah. So this is the way it works, all right? And it's totally in their hands, but they're wanting to file charges. Okay, because of the amount, all right, it would be considered grand theft. All right, and it's a felony, so you'd have to be taken in. So
204 Andrews Gateway in Congress, northbound lane.
you
36-year-old female, pregnant, wants to be checked out.
would have to be obviously taken to the county jail and arraigned and stuff like that, only because of the amount. Okay.
White, another
So
white
at this point,
So I'll be, would I get a bond tomorrow or go to court tomorrow?
I don't know. I don't really know how the bonds and stuff work. Sometimes you may get out on OR. Sometimes you might have to go see a judge the next day. I'm not sure. I mean, you don't really have a record. So, I mean, you may be able to just bond out today.
Tonight?
Yeah. So,
I hope so. I'm not trying to be in
She's never been,
And I
has no prior, so it'll probably be withheld and just pay restitution and go to
my grandma said she'll do it.
the program. So you'll be okay.
Florida law also offers an alternative path for first-time, nonviolent offenders under Statute Section 948.08. The Pretrial Intervention Program allows restitution and supervision in exchange for withheld adjudication, keeping a felony off a permanent record. Restitution typically means repaying the full value taken, a common condition attached to any diversion agreement. The deputy mentioned this option, but correctly noted that charging and diversion decisions belong to the state attorney, not to him. As reported, the case ended in a felony grand theft charge and 2 years of probation, though no public court record confirms this outcome.
Yeah, I just don't like the book.
yeah. So, all right.
Unfortunately, that's what my
got
boss
you.
said, so I can't go against him.
I got all your information. You got a card and everything.
No, I don't. I'll give it to you.
Just put
Yeah, I'll write it on.
well, actually, put on a blank piece of paper.
Do I have to go down to the police station and take some time?
Yeah, that's where we process and do everything. Yeah.
Let me make a copy of this for you.
No problem.
And then I'll write that.
Okay.
You get to relax for a second.
I was trying to see which uncle out there. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not running
It's a
or nothing.
short one.
It's like a
We
short.
got two up in there.
We'll do it on the way out. Yeah, we'll do it on the way out.
Oh,
Is he still out there?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll holler at him when we go out there. I got you.
I'll show you too.
Thank you, sir.
All right, so let me, all I know is you was wearing red Crocs.
No, black Crocs.
No, red.
Red.
Yeah.
I don't have
Hey,
red
you know
Crocs.
it.
He was wearing red Crocs.
You know it. Yeah. I thought one of y'all was coming. I don't know.
You right there?
Okay. I didn't know you had called me.
Oh, my phone.
I was hoping it was going to be you. I was like, make this easy.
I was hoping it wasn't you. I didn't even know. I didn't
You
know this call was
use this
simple.
address.
Yes, sir. No problem. Let's see. We got everything else. We got the receipt. Receipts in here.
That's your receipt. The one I gave you.
I don't think I got it. I think you had underlined everything. Oh, it's probably right here. There we go. Alright. You want me to handcuff you out there or?
Alright, red by the car.
Alright. I'm trying to take off now. I run fast as hell. Alright. I don't want to embarrass you and stuff like that.
You wanted that to take it?
Okay.
Oh, just leave it here? She said just leave it. Well, call me. I can take you.
You say your uncle out here?
You got my number, right?
I got it right here. Some paper.
You say your uncle's out here?
My grandma. They might let me out.
Yeah, but also you got to realize they might be, if you don't remember, well, we got to say. All right, so call me.
Okay, what you doing?
Easy.
Charlie Alpha Oscar, 22 Alpha 8, TAO
What's up, bro? You been alright, man?
Good.
You alright?
Echo Bravo
You gonna be alright.
Delta 28,
Huh?
BBD, B28,
Tomorrow?
Volkswagen T1.
I doubt you'll be in that how long, you know?
Yeah.
I highly doubt it.
Just hurry up and here.
I know everybody being nosy and stuff, you see that? That's when everybody want to walk their dogs and come outside. And... Listen, just learn from this mistake, alright?
Nico, I still here?
You're still here?
Y'all can't put in the chance program? That's good right there? Y'all can't put in the chance program?
I don't know.
That's what he said. He said he's gonna work something.
Okay.
We'll just check your pockets, right?
I'm not going to terminate you.
I gotta work
I'm going to do whatever.
Where?
just
tell
a
me
phone
to.
number. Just a phone.
Okay.
All right, I'll see you.
Alright, Nico.
Oh, let me move my shirt.
Grading the deputy an A- for a legally precise Miranda warning and honesty about the limits of his own authority. His only shortfall was some vague and formal language about how bail and bonding actually work. Grading the subject's conduct during the encounter. A B- for staying calm and fully cooperative throughout. That grade drops because she waived her right to silence, and counsel then gave detailed, incriminating statements unprompted. 3 lessons stand out for anyone facing a similar situation. First, dollar thresholds are not technicalities. They decide whether a charge is a felony or a misdemeanor. Second, a Miranda warning is a signal to stop talking, not an invitation to explain yourself. Third, private investigators are not bound by the same constitutional search rules that apply to police officers. Let us know what interaction or legal topic you would like broken down next in the comments below. Thank you for watching, And don't forget to subscribe for more legal analysis of police and court interactions.